Okay, so we're in the workshop now, and the first thing you're going to do is fold your stock and remove your bolt. Okay, so once you remove your bolt completely out of the rifle, then you can go ahead and now grab yourself a 4mm hex and remove the grip. Once you do that, then you're going to want to remove also the safety selector. Okay, so in order to do that, you're going to have to use a punch. Not in this exact orientation, but it's probably better to have this thing rotated and come from this angle. Okay, but since I have the extended one on here, it's a little bit different. But you get the idea. You know, if you have the factory one, you're just going to go in there and punch out with a proper size punch the actual pin. Okay, the roll pin that's in there, which is one of these small guys right here. Okay. So you're going to drive that out with a steel punch of the proper size, so it should be very close to the size of the pin, just a little bit smaller. Okay, you don't want to use a smaller, really tiny punch because you're going to butcher up the roll pin. So do that, remove both of these, okay, both of these guys from either side of the rifle. And one tip is that the safety selector tumbler, the actual internal piece there with all the reliefs cut in it, is going to go out the shooter's left side. So if you're looking down the rifle, you have your shooter's right and your shooter's left. So it's the whole assembly is going to come out the left side of the rifle. Okay, so this side here on the other side of where I'm looking at. Okay, so that's how you're going to have to do it, because this side has the retaining clip, and you'll see that further along in the video what I'm talking about. It will not be able to come out this side because it will have that pin in the, the clip in the way, a little spring clip. Okay, that actually is the detent for the safety selector. So let me go ahead and do that, and also remove your magazine. Obviously, fold this, remove the bolt, drop the magazine. Make sure the gun is unloaded before you do this. Okay, before touching it, obviously make sure it's unloaded. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then open this thing up and show you the next step. Okay, so now that you've removed your bolt, that's done by pressing this right here. Okay, as you back it out, you press that and it will release. And now we can show you the rest, which is I went ahead and removed the safety selector on the right side. Opens that up, so it allows it to come out the left side. Now, the next thing to do is this right here. Okay, we have a barrel pin here that needs to be pushed out. That way we can remove the trigger group, as well as a T25 Torx on the back side here of the trigger group that also needs to come out. So two things, that guy and this guy, okay? And then you'll be able to pull this out. So it's actually easier to remove this here when the trigger group is still inside the frame, the receiver. So what you have to do is take a punch like this one that has like a long shank on it, okay? And there's a hole over here, okay? Right in here, there's a hole. And you have to put the selector in the fire position, and then you're gonna go straight down and you're gonna feel some rebound on a spring, okay? This is what makes contact with the safety selector relief cuts, okay? And then that's gonna disengage, basically push that lever out the way so this can come out, okay? So you have to do that. You'll feel it. Once you stick a pin in there, a punch, you're gonna feel it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use a block, okay, underneath here, underneath the receiver. Like I said, I have to tippy-toe around this and kind of not exactly show you, but show you at the same time. Okay, I'm going to use my brass punch, which is the proper size for that pin. I'm going to go ahead and tap that out. That's going to be very easy. There's a ball T-tent in there with a spring. Be careful, don't lose that. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove that Torx on the back side here. Okay, on this side. Okay, then once I do that, I want to show you guys the next clip, and then I'll go over the next thing to do. All right, so here we have the pieces. We have the trigger group and we have the safety selector. So I went ahead and removed this first. Okay, like I said, press down on that lever underneath, which makes contact with the underside of this. Okay, it rides in that channel. So once you depress it, it allows you to get past the diameter of this whole piece here, and it allows you to pull it right out, okay? From the left side, it comes out. And then once you do that, you can remove the pin. This is the one towards the front of the receiver. Okay, this simply comes out. And as you see, there's a little notch in there, okay, in the center of this pin. You're gonna see these. These are gonna fall out, and make sure you capture them. There's a spring and ball bearing detent, okay? That's what makes contact with this. So put those aside, those are important. They're gonna go back in here, okay? I'll just show you with something. So they go right in here, inside this spot here, inside there on the front. So they're gonna sit spring first and then the ball in front. And when you look through this round circular window here, you should be able to see the ball detent, the ball bearing sticking out. Okay, but since I'm going to be manipulating this and, you know, kind of showing you on the workbench what I'm doing, it's going to be really hard to keep that in there, so I have it to the side. Okay, you're also going to need to do this with the block. Okay, so we're going to rest this on the block, okay, and you're going to drive this pin out right here. Okay, the pin that removes the mag release. Okay, you're going to drive that pin out. That's going to remove the factory mag release, and then you can install your new one. Okay, the new one goes in through the inside of the trigger guard, and you kind of put it in place, and then you feed your roll pin in there. Okay. Also, be careful for these other pins. They're going to want to, like, you know, move around and walk out on you. So be careful for those. Make sure those are all captive and stay in place as you're banging on this. Okay. But it's as simple as that. This is a hidden roll pin that you're not going to see from the outside of the rifle, and you need to remove that to replace this part. So, I've already done this, obviously. You know, now I can go ahead and reassemble it. When you reassemble this, like I said, you're going to want to put that spring in there and that ball detent, okay? The detent is going to be seen from the top of it. And when you look at it from the side, you should see the ball bearing, okay? Now this is going to be a little tricky when you put it back in. I'm going to show you the trick to actually install this back without any issues. You're going to want to use a flat head screwdriver, okay? So as you see here, little tiny flat head screwdriver. Now when you put this back in there, okay, the same exact opposite process of what I just did to remove it. You're going to want to feed this barrel pin in first from one side of the receiver, right? While keeping this in the right, you know, the actual rifle vertical, okay? And you're going to come in with this, and you're going to press down on the top of the ball bearing, basically to bring it down in that channel where it rides in, and then feed in this pin, okay? Carefully with your finger, like from the back side. You're going to push it in with your other finger. Okay, that's how it has to go. Now, this is going to take a couple tries, but this is the best method. You need something flat and come from the top. When you come from the top of the ball bearing, you're going to drive it down, straight down, to make clearance for the pin. Okay, that's exactly what needs to happen. And using a pick tool or anything else is not going to work. You need something flat that has like a shelf on it, just like this flathead screwdriver. That way you can completely capture and constrain that ball bearing and push it straight down, okay? That's the trick of doing that. If you use anything else like a punch, if you use anything like this, okay, you're going to have problems. I'm telling you right now. Do not use a punch. Do not use a pick, okay? Use the flat blade tiny screwdriver. That's going to be your savior. But that there is like basically the rundown of how to install this mag release and the safety selector. That's easy enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble this and kind of go over the whole thing. All right, so I just want to show you really quick what engages the safety selector on the inside there and what you're pressing down on. So this is what you're pressing down on. You see this little lever here? I forget what the name of it is. It could be the disconnector. But when you come down from the top of the rifle, that's what you're doing. You're pressing down on this, which removes the engagement on that channel on the middle of this safety selector, which allows you to remove it. But that's what it does, okay, if you want to see it in action. Also, this is the pin, the retaining pin I was talking about, that's in the way. So when you reinstall it, you want to install the safety selector and it's going to hit this pin. Now, you're going to have to come in with a pick and push this down. Okay, you got to be careful, make sure this stays in place. But you're going to push the top of this down, the top of this peak of this radius down to get past the cam and to fall inside one of the actual, grooves on the other side of the safety selector. You'll see what I'm talking about when you start taking things apart. But you're going to push down on this to make room to fully pass the rest of the safety selector into place. All right, so I went ahead and installed this pin up front here. I also tighten this down just a little bit on that Torx, the T25 back here, just to get everything into alignment. And then when you install it back in there, make sure it's going to want to go back in the fire position. So we're going to be pointing towards the 12 o'clock position with this here. So we're going to go in that hole. All right, so now it's hitting that spring. Like I said, we're just going to go in there. I'm putting my finger on the bottom of this to help push it through. You're going to come in here and push that spring down. There we go. I also put a little bit of lithium grease on this to lube it up. And now it feels really good. So if you don't know, this is actually just a 2-position, but then when you put the bolt in here, it turns into a 3-position safety. It's got a halfway safety point as well. But when you have the bolt out, it goes right from fire to safe, or safe to fire. Okay? It feels really good now with that grease in there. I really like that. You can hear it. That thing is so tactile right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and reassemble the rest of this. All right, so here we have the finished product. Even with that grease on there, it still kind of is a little mushy, the safety, but it is what it is. It has that halfway position, and then it's got a nice tactile to actually fire. But, there is a little bit of a mushiness. It's not as tactile as an AR-15 safety lever. Going to safe is the most noticeable. It just feels really mushy, but it is what it is. There's that half safe position, so we have safe, half safe, because you can't pull the trigger, and then full safe. And obviously we want to do a function check on this and make sure that it fires. Everything's good. And then when we have it on safe, even half safe, it's still in safe. Okay, and that's what you want to do. Once you install parts, you want to do a safety check, just to be sure. But that there is the install, guys. I mean, this is the safety selector. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I guess you can rest your finger up on there like that. You can kind of operate it with your trigger finger too. Now you have like a little bit bigger lever there to put it into safe. Okay, kind of sweep it and you can put it into safe. But yeah, I'm gonna try it out. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions or comments, please place them right down below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.